He looked like an ordinary man, quiet, polite, and well-mannered. A husband, a father, a friendly face behind the wheel. But Paul Durousseau wasn't just another cab driver. He was a predator who haunted the streets of Jacksonville, Florida. In the early 2000s, women began disappearing, young mothers, students, and women just trying to get home. They all had one thing in common. Their last known ride was with Paul Durousseau. Police didn't suspect him at first. He blended in too well. He had a steady job, a family, even worked as a school bus driver. But behind that mask of normalcy, something vile was growing. Once his victims were inside his car, he became something else, cold, calculating, and cruel. He would take them somewhere quiet, an empty apartment, a construction site, or a desolate road, and then he'd strangle them with his bare hands or with a belt, watching as a life drained from their eyes. Sometimes he left their bodies posed. Other times, he buried them where no one would find them for days. He was in control, feeding on power, fear, and silence. For years, no one realized the pattern. His victims were often women from vulnerable backgrounds, women society ignored. The disappearances were brushed off. Until 2003, when it all came crashing down. A young woman's body was found in a vacant apartment, strangled with a cord. Inside the building, detectives found something chilling. Fingerprints, hair, and fibers that all led back to Paul Durousseau. When they searched his car and home, they found links to 7 murders across Florida and Georgia. He had been killing for nearly a decade. And the most disturbing part, he had worn a military uniform before becoming a cab driver, a man sworn to protect, who turned his training into a tool for death. At trial, Durousseau showed no remorse, no emotion, no soul. He was sentenced to death, but many believe there are more victims. Women whose stories will never be told, lost between state lines and silence. He was the kind of man you'd trust to drive you home, the kind of man you'd wave to on your street. But for the women who crossed his path, there was no ride back. This was Paul Durousseau, the taxi driver of death. And sometimes, evil wears a friendly smile. For more real-life horror stories, hit the like and subscribe button.